On the last episode of NieR Automata. Now it's time to kick some robot butt. Okay, well let's try to open this one at least. Do I have to go through serious, like... Okay. Oh, I have to hack all of them, of course. This is gonna be easy. Yeah, totally. I have 32 seconds, of course. I can technically dodge all these guys. Okay. Perfect. Well, at least I can do that. Can I touch these? Is there anything to touch? Okay. Okay, well that was easier than I expected it to be. Let's get in.
Congratulations! You've unlocked all of the subunits. That means a special prize is waiting for you inside the tower. We look forward to serving you.
That sounds like 2B's operator, actually. When you really stop to listen to it. I'm sorry, I leaned to the side.
Cause is
great.
most likely concerned over Unit 9S gaining access to tower.
Sorry, I was leaning over. I might have gone quiet there, but if that might be what's her face, 2B's model. I can't remember her name. Operator 60. That might be her. If that's true, then she can't be the real villain, but she's being controlled by a virus.
Damn it! It won't stop coming!
I just gotta wait for A2.
Allied signal detected.
Allies?
Yep, A2 comes. Oh,
Wait,
okay.
you?
9S, we've been expecting you. The two of us will take things from here. You need to open the door to the tower.
Okay, so they are good now.
Devila? Albala? What are you doing
You
here?
guys better not die.
Remember your promise?
What are you talking about?
Come on, 9S. Hack in while you can.
None of this makes any sense!
We'll explain everything once we're inside.
Alright, hacking. This is going to take a severely long time. I believe in you two. Please don't let them hurt me. Hopefully you guys are invincible as well. You do a crap ton of damage as well. Which begs the question, are you guys the true villains?
We've got this, 9S.
If that was the case...
You just focus on hacking.
Yeah, you guys do a ton of damage. If that was the case... This is weird. Camera zooming out is also weird. Time's slowed down for everybody as well. Got it. And then the hardest thing ever. Okay, let's get in. Okay, there's no time limit, so that's always good. There are enemies. Okay. What does make sense that it is the hardest tower. Ow. I'm going to die. Okay, good. At least I start from here and don't have to redo everything again. There's multiple layers to this as well. I think. Yeah, there is. Big boss guy.
What's this barrier?
Analysis. It is part of a closed defensive system.
Well, how do I break it down?
Hypothesis. Unit 9S could permit his self-consciousness data to lose control. The resulting energy surge has an acceptable probability of temporarily paralyzing the barrier.
That's almost as bad as not going in at all!
I'm gonna do it anyways.
What happened?
It's the barrier.
Popola!
No, don't! You can't do anything! The wall's got a self-closing
Enough!
algorithm!
Devil and I, we have to atone for our sins no matter what!
But if you do that, your circuits will...
Devil! Right.
Devila!
I hope you don't regret this.
But he didn't get to explain things to me. Why? Oh man, this is weird. What's going on? Okay. Pod 153. Alert. Data records discovered for units Devila and Popola. Do you wish to open this data now? Yes, please. I do not care. A dusty wind kisses my cheeks. Buried in sand, we press forward one step at a time. We have nowhere else to go after all. Because our models, the Devil and Popola models, are defective. Record. Transitions in the project's initial phase. When first we woke, there were still people. They had flesh, egos, emotions, souls, and they issued us a single order. Functions as observers of Project Gestalt. This is the sole mission of the twin Devila and Popola models. It is the only reason we exist at all. We were the latest model, though many companions shared our appearance. There was a sparkle in all of our eyes, a sense of pride at having been entrusted with humanity's future. And yes, there was anxiety as well. But we existed as a pair, we shared destiny's burden as a pair, and because of that, all hesitation was swept away. Each pair was given their own cities as observation areas. We were ordered to guide the replicants with our own hands, all for the sake of the promised time that would one day arrive. We were the only ones who could handle such a duty. We were observers, after all. Ah! Watch out! Devila staggers and falls in the soft yet unforgiving sand. I hurry to her side and sigh with relief when I find out she's not seriously hurt. Are you alright? Sorry, sis. Guess I've spaced out there for a bit. She smiles, the same wry smile I know all so well, and she rubs absently at her leg. It is wrapped in a white bandage. Your bandage is coming undone. Here, let me change it. It's alright, Popola. Come on. We have to go before we lose the light. We won't be going anywhere if the sand gets into that thing. Now quit whining and hold still. I'll be quick. Devila grunts and turns away. I take it as consent. Soon we are resting in the shade of a nearby rock as I pull the bandage free. Artificial skin, torn and bloodied, peeks out from underneath the bandage. Judging by Devila's current lack of ambulatory control, I imagine the circuitry beneath has been damaged as well. Taking in a deep breath, I check the circuitry to see if it can be repaired, replace the bandage, and hope for the best. Okay. As expected, wiring in the nerve circuitry has been damaged. Replacing it will require new connectors, as well as some tools, none of which are easy to find in a desert. Sorry about this, sis, mutters Devila. That wry smile again. It kills me every time. Don't you dare apologize, I respond. You've done nothing wrong. I calmly change the bandage, trying not to let my worry show. I make it as tight as possible so no sand can slip inside. It's all I can do until I get the proper materials. But that's going to be a tall order, considering our condition. I'm sorry, sister. Okay, now you're apologizing. We both apologize while insisting the other's apology isn't necessary. It's kind of funny in a way, such a trivial exchange under such circumstances. We laugh together, the sound echoing out across the desert before being stolen by the cool evening wind. Report regarding the increase in relapses. There has to be some way to prevent relapses. Devila's sharp voice echoes through our private quarters. You must be quiet, sister. The replicants will hear. Pfft, they wouldn't even understand if they did. That might be true, but regardless. Annoyed at my hesitation, Devila crosses her legs and scowls. The black scrawl of another victim, she says. That's 3 this month. It's spreading way too fast. Let's wait and see what happens. I'm tired of hearing you say that. Her shout makes me jump. Just a little, but enough for her to notice, seeing that her eyes
suddenly open wide. I'm sorry, sis. It's not your fault. I shouldn't have lashed out like that. It's okay. I understand. It's all going wrong. You can feel it too, right? When I was first assigned to Project Gestalt, I was over the moon with pride. But now my chest hurts just to think about it. If it were to fail. Before we knew it, the replicants had gained a sense of self, and the black scrawl started raging out of control. I moved fast. So fast. Like a wind. Popola and I would go to the observation room and act like it was all okay. We talked to the replicants as if we didn't have a care in the world. But at night, we just hold each other and share the horror of it all. I'm glad you were with me, murmurs Popola. I couldn't have handled being an observer alone. We were able to endure because we had each other, I reply softly. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is there a third person in this room? Or is that a typo? Did the humans see this coming? Is that why they made a twin model? Were they really so clever? Were they really so cruel? I couldn't have done this by myself. I would have descended into madness. I simply couldn't bear such a burden all alone. When I get the chance, I'm going to try contacting another city, she says. Maybe these abnormalities are a localized phenomenon. I pray that's the case, I reply. Even if we're of no use to ourselves, things will still work out if the other observers can pull through. Don't worry, it's going to be okay. But it wasn't okay. Nothing was okay. All thanks to a pair of Devila and Popola models from another town. The wind rubs my cheeks. The sand grazes my skin. I'm not even going to try to do different voices. It's grown cold out here. We walk with renewed purpose, hoping to make up for the lost time. Devila loses her balance every now and then. It gets bad after a while. I slip myself under her arm so she won't fall down again, and we press on. Is your leg alright? Well, I doubt I'll be dancing anytime soon, but yeah, it's fine. She smiles as she says this, but I can tell she doesn't have much left, and yet she continues to smile. Also, I won't worry. I remember when our resistant allies injured her leg. I was furious, beyond fury. I wanted to scream and cry and lose myself in it. But then she smiled, and of all that rage just drifted away. To think we have the same face, yet such different smiles. One day I realized how she reminded me of the martyrs I'd seen in old records. That was the day we decided to leave our town forever. Record of Project Gestalt's end. Our role as observers ended on the day Project Gestalt collapsed, all due to the actions of Devila and Popola models from another town. With the original Gestalt lost, humanity was doomed to an inevitable extinction. Knowing this, we gathered what remaining replicant data we could find and launched it to the surface of the moon. And though the success was as unlikely as finding a lost sand grain in the desert, we still had to attempt it. We still had to try. We were androids, you see. Protecting humanity was our instinct. Other androids, beholden to that same instinct, began to direct their hate at Devila and Popola models who snuffed out humanity. It started small, a few offhand remarks, the occasional glance. But even the smallest things have weight, and with enough of them combined, that weight was eventually becomes a boulder. Emotions boiled over, remarks became jeers, and soon enough, my sister and I were the perfect target for persecution. At first, we simply accepted the fact that our friends turned on us. It was almost unavoidable, I supposed. We are observers of Project Gestalt, after all. And while we didn't cause it to fail, the people who did, well, they looked just like us. So we accepted it. We took the resentment and scorn, and we endured. Because as crazy as it sounds, I think we actually felt responsible. We moved from town to town in an effort to avoid persecution, but in one such town, my seemingly infinite patience finally broke. My sister Devila met with an unprovoked violence at the hands of a resistance member. She said something in response to his taunts. Something quiet. And though her words were ambiguous, he slashed her leg in nearly two. My vision narrowed, everything went red, and then she smiled at me. It's okay, sis. There's nothing we can do. But it was too late. My emotions were no longer in my control. I'm simply not strong enough to stand aside and let the most important person in the world come to harm. Devila and I left the town the same day. Violence like that wouldn't stop. It was going to happen again. And it wouldn't be coming from just one person. So rather than let them kill us, we ran. I guess it was the greatest resistance I could muster. We lose the sun as dark clouds gather overhead. We continue our march. A cold wind blasts us, stealing what little body heat we have left. I smell rain in the air. We continue our march. Sometimes we hear animals howling in the distance. It makes us flinch every time. But we continue our march, because even this is better than suffering at the hands of our fellow androids. Why must we suffer this persecution? I know we're the same model as androids who doomed humanity, so I understand that part. At least, a little anyway. But at the same time, we're not them. We're not the same. We are who we are. And that Devil and Popolo who were who they were. That's how I felt when I saw Devila being hurt. I wanted to shout it at everyone. I wanted to scream. As far as I'm concerned, there's only one Devila. And for her, there's only me. No one can take the other's place. Rain falls from the sky. It stimulates our sensation nerves like cold needles. We need maintenance badly, but that's a pipe dream, I suppose. No android would dare help a pair of outcasts like us. Are you cold, Devila? I'm alright as long as you're with... Oh, I'm alright as long as you're with me, sis. I feel the same. We press our bodies together and try to retain heat. It's cold now, much worse than the searing heat of a midday. But we just smile at each other and keep pressing on. There's another camp on the other side of the desert, a new camp. If we can just get there, I can finally fix Devila's leg. And yet I wonder if there's anywhere in this planet that will take us. Hey, what's wrong? It's nothing. Don't worry about it. I do what I can to suppress the anxiety in my chest and keep walking. The rain grows worse. It lashes at us without pause. Is this our punishment? I reach out and support Devila's body. As long as we have bodies to support one another. As long as I have someone with whom to share my fate, then I will press on, no matter what happens to me. Because I won't ever stop protecting her. I won't stop. No one stops. For that is the fate we twin androids have been assigned. Now I really want to play NieR Gestalt. Holy crap. The failure to manage the area resulted in the collapse of the Gestalt system, which led to the decimation of the human race. Due to the discovery of its instability, the twin system was removed. The future of android production designs. Following that incident, Devila and Popola models were not dismantled. However, in order to prevent further unexpected behavior, they underwent a memory wipe. Furthermore, they were reprogrammed to generate constant feelings of guilt.
That is all that remains from their personal record during the era in which they were referred to as administrators.
I see.
Query: why do the androids Devila and Popola seem to prefer death over surviving alone? There was a very high probability that at least one could have escaped.
I hope you never have to understand.
Affirmative. Query: why does this tower possess an entrance at all? All material transport takes place via aerial vehicles. It is irrational for an infiltration route to be so easily accessible. Hypothesis: entrance is a trap.
I don't care.
Very much so.
I just have to kill them all.
So this must be something related to what Adam and Eve did underground. Maybe, I have no idea. Unless Adam found it. Or if Emil is a bad guy.
Corrupted Yorha units.
It would make sense if Emil was bad, because he says he lives somewhere deep underground. The part that I don't get. Okay, I instantly killed her. And it also makes sense why there are Yorha units here, because there was a ton of dead ones underground, so they must have been replaced. Alright. Could potentially fall here, and that would not be good, but we'll press onwards.
Hello, and thank you for choosing Tower System Services. We're so pleased you've chosen to visit the tower today. Don't forget about the special prize for the guest who unlocks the last subunit in the room just ahead. You're going to love it.
I'm curious what that is.
I'm gonna kill you.
That might not be a good idea. I think it's Operator 60. The operator... It would make sense also if the operators were part of the thing, because they have control over a lot of their functions. They have higher chain of command, I suppose. Close to, if not exactly, like, the commander. Oh, yep, there's a lot of 2Bs.
2B models? I'm glad I got to see you here. I truly am. I'll tear you apart. Every last one of you!
Well, that's not good. Alright, time to take these guys out one at a time. They are very small in comparison.
2B! 2B! Don't worry. I'm going to kill you now!
That is not good, please. Okay, was that... Wait. Oh, okay. I remember this one. I think I've done this one at least once. There's probably no point in hacking. This will probably just... It'll kill some of them, not all of them. I don't want to hack them, though. I keep doing that because I think I have a secondary weapon, because I played as A2 for a second, and she uses a secondary weapon a lot, so... My secondary weapon for her is very strong. Do they keep coming, or are they different every time? Some of them are level 45 and 7. I think, unless they're going through the screen so fast that I can't see. 2B, I trained you better. You're a lot stronger than this, ma'am. There's this one standing over here for some reason. Yeah, let's get all my health back. You are dead now, 2B. Forgive me.
Alert. Enemies detected.
Still a few stragglers, huh?
It's a bomb. Yep. Now we're gonna play as A2 now, I think. It might do that stuff like that every so often.
Alert. The structure known as the tower has opened its gate.
Let's check it out.
I'm curious if... I feel like Devil and Popola just got corrupted, if anything. They wouldn't just leave them like that. Or they are truly dead. Oh, they are dead.
A2, right? We went ahead and opened the tower. 9S is already inside.
Are you two going to
I
die?
see.
Alright.
Say... Did we manage to help? You did. We 9...
Okay, well, screw that. That was an awkward exchange. I will admit that much. Alright, well... Guess we just gotta follow behind. We gotta re-kill people? Is that what we gotta do today? There's a lot of gold in here.
This is
Nope,
a
there's-
Yorha corpse.
Hypothesis. The corpse is likely a result of Yorha Unit 9S's advance through the area.
Let's go.
Yep, he's not very happy that he has to do this. Or he is. He might just be going crazy. He might be infected with the virus, and I'm just kind of ruling that out immediately. Oh, he's moved his way through this room.
Structure?
Unknown. Proposal. Gather additional data.
Someday I need to teach you how to be helpful.
Well, at least she's becoming nicer. We know that 9S definitely survived if he's moved on this far, so... He might be the final boss. Maybe. Oh, man. This reminds me of the world that never was from Kingdom Hearts, if that rings a bell for anybody. It's just pure white.
What's up with this place?
Hypothesis. It is a representation of a library.
What's that?
A library is a data storage facility constructed by past human civilizations.
She's acting weird as well. She's becoming more human. Not quite 2B, because 2B wasn't quite human. She was more in the love aspect. She's
I
just...
suppose we have to hack in to look at the data, yeah? Help me out, Pod.
Affirmative. Hacking interface access rights granted to Yorha Unit A2.
Peachy.
I could just read. She's weird. She's acting so weird. What is up with her? Oh man, there's a lot of stuff in this room. Okay, so I gotta maze myself around, eh? I see how it goes. I now officially see how it goes. Yeah, that's the part I don't get. How do these guys evolve? How does she evolve? I thought she was already fully in tune. Atom unit storage record. Eve unit storage record. URHA communications interception record. URHA service record, human server record, human server establishment record, human heritage preservation record, tower system summary, tower subsystem summary, special units creation records, plant species preservation record, animal species preservation record. Okay.
This tower looks like a data gathering system for the machines.
Well, I couldn't read much with that. I didn't really get it, but okay. Okay, can't go through here yet, so I gotta view all the models, or the research stuff. Anything on this floor as well? Nope. I'm getting a ton of meteorites. I do need those. Oh, there's one in the corner over here. Oh, and there's side rooms. How come these look... These must be remnants of the past. What in the world? These are all the people I've killed. I filled out all of them. This is gonna be the situation where it's like one of those kid situations where they've created... There's the baby as well. They created something out of nothing. Like this is their memories and they're just crazy insane. Ah, okay, gotcha. Simple puzzle solving skills. Outline. Predicted human server infiltration route. Release. Dummy protection installation map. SG block, GI block, SF block. Genetic storage warehouse location information. Browsing restricted, browsing restricted. Human server records. I do want to see if I can find more about it.
These records are from the human server on the moon. The machines hacked that deep into the system, huh?
Oh, okay, it opened up. Class 1 patient Yona. Chest x-ray, no abnormalities. Heart echo, no abnormalities. C1 continuing chronic renal failure. Convulsive seizures in the diaphragm, no vomiting. 4 milligrams luciferase. Preservation plan. The patient's condition makes further treatment impossible. A report will be submitted to the management committee detailing courses of action in the event of patient's death, focusing primarily on how that information is to be manipulated with respect to the original. As backup in the event of sudden worsening in the patient's condition, she is to be assigned 5 additional doctors. Identification required. Okay. Is Yona a
Some records on
representation
old
of me?
humans. Damn it, this is useless. There's too many of them.
It could be me. Like, I feel like a character is represented by somebody.